Oh, we're rolling. Sorry about that. I didn't hear the little thing. Welcome back to the channel. How you guys doing? If you're new here, I'm Frank, your host. American Eagle rises. Just because we're down doesn't mean we're out. So I just got back from work. Yeah, I had to work a little longer today. Oh, yeah. Man, I tell you, I'm not going to go into it, but I had this meeting, and man, I tell you, sometimes, people are too smart for their own good. This guy just kept going over and over, just this damn circular logic, and, at this meeting, I'm not supposed to do anything. I'm not supposed to do anything, right? And this guy's just talking nonsense after nonsense. So, after 20 minutes of it, or I'm not even sure, maybe it was only 10 minutes, I took over. Had to tell this guy, hey, you gotta, when you say impact, what are we talking about, dude? I gotta measure it. Like, is it this much? Or is it this much? Anyway, I got a game plan for today. So please help me to get through it, alright? I will try not to distract myself. Okay, so, quick update for the market. I need to get like a little... okay, so you guys... I got this, it's called Yoda Destiny thing. You guys remember those little magic 8 balls? I remember, you would kind of make up, whatever, you would say something, right? And it had this, you'd shake it, right? And it would tell the fortune. Well, it's a Yoda version of it, and it speaks in Yoda. Alright, so next video, we'll do that, okay? Yeah, I love that. I forget I have it all the time. It's awesome. I think I got it a long time ago from, I think probably one of those, I call them my gag gifts that my mom gives me. Anyway. So real quick, man, hang on. Stock market. Alright, it's not the real market. It's fake anyway. It's been fake for a while, but anyway, we'll keep going. Yeah, tell us something new, right, Frank? So the overall market, SPY that I target, that's one of my, that's what I use for the overall market. It was up, but guess what? Whatever gains it got, it's already given half of it away in after hours. So this is the buy the rumor, sell the news, something like that. I can't remember the terminology. All the major crypto coins went up. It was almost like all of them, even most of the meme coins. Except for Onyx. Thank God I sold it. Yeah. So, but then gold and silver took a hit. But guess what? After hours, gold and silver are recovering. My miners kind of got killed, but long-term plays, the volatility on those is kind of ridiculous. So anyway, we just, whatever. That's that. What else did it? Yeah, so the Dixie, the dollar finally broke over 100. The 10-year Treasury yield went up slightly, not a lot. Looking at just that, it ended pretty close to its 200-day moving average. So I'd probably say, from that perspective, it appears okay. Take that with a grain of salt, right? I like a lot. Yeah, other than that, I'm looking, sorry guys for market, anything crazy market. Anyway, alright, so when it comes to America, we got a big boss man. Guess what? He found a rat. There's all these rats and rhinos and God knows what else. Friends that got, knives behind their back and they're ready to, And Trump's like, come at me, right? I think the saying is keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Yeah, Trump does that all right. He loves doing that. So what's his name? Mike Walt. And what's funny was I was like, oh, that was Harris's running mate, and I'm like, oh no, that's a different Walt. But guess what? He's got the same last name. So he hang on, I gotta get my cheat sheet. Yeah, Mike Walt, National Security Advisor to the UN. Wait, it says Trump moves. Oh, advisor to the UN. Okay, all right. It's kind of weird how they have that title. So yeah, a National Security Advisor selling secrets. Damn rat. You know that Trump. I don't. Okay, so here's why I don't agree with Trump, but not the way you think. Guess what? Selling secrets is traitor. You're a traitor. You know what punishment traitors get? Yeah, you're pushing up daisies, if you know what I mean, right? 6 feet under. All right, we can give them the opportunity, like, hey, dude, so here's how it's going to be. You can either get suffocated through hanging, or we can, you can sleep with the fishes, right? You know, that's the mob's favorite method of taking care of you, like Darth Vader. Oh yeah. Anyway, what else? We got the chair. We can find a chair somewhere, and you can ride the lightning. Okay. What else? Oh yeah, the traditional. We can get a couple guys and pew pew pew. Or you can take what they give, death row inmates. You got one more. Shoot it up. Let's see here. My guns are small. My guns are small. Look how skinny my arms are. Look how, like Raymond, look. I got skinny arms. My legs are real skinny too. Oh no, it delayed there a little bit. So anyway, but he's moving him to the UN. Trump, you got it. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Trump's trying to give him a sec. I don't know. If I'm the president and I find out you're selling secrets, you're gone. Like, I'm like, number one, never want to see this guy. I'd probably I'd be like, hey, man, get him on Gitmo. Put him there. Whatever. Keep him there. If he disappears, hey, I don't want to know about it. That type of thing. So, what was the other? Oh, yeah, the bigger one. So, I think the Secretary of the Treasury announced it. But, Trump went over to Europe, right? The Pope, he disappeared on us, right? He had a father-son discussion with Mr. Z. That guy. That guy's lucky to be alive. So, but anyway. So finally he's coming to the table for the mineral deal. Actually, this is actually a pretty... This actually gonna, long term, this gonna be something, alright? So, you can maybe the global order wanted it, right? They wanted to have a war with Russia, blah, 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 right? But the way that he struck the deal is the areas that are kind of in contention, again, this is the deal. We have to see the proof in the eating of the pudding, but hopefully it gets stuck. But so the areas that are being contested between Ukraine and Russia, they're kind of like calling it like this economic zone, right? So like neither party can kind of take it over, if you will, because there's these deposits. I think it's graphene. I think it's graphite, not graphene. That's a different thing. Some rare earth minerals. natural gas, all like lithium and a couple others. I'm not sure. Maybe copper was in there. I'm not 100%. Hey, look it up the details. I remember. I looked it up and I forgot it all. I didn't write it. I had too much. I had meetings all day. Okay, so I have the I have the news. So I know what I wanted to talk about in today's video. Okay, so come on, give me some. Some. What's funny was, hey Raymond, there was a third thing about Dave Ramsey. What the hell? I think it's listening to me when I say Ramsey. So let's see if it's tomorrow. It was something like knocking some like home ownership myth, and I'm like, what? What myth? Like maybe that it costs too much? I don't know. Anyway, so that was the big thing. So that mineral deal, that's kind of writing on the wall that the war is going. It's for all intensive purposes, it's over. Now, I don't think they've signed any peace deal or anything like that, but that was like the first step, right? So it's kind of like a consolation prize, if you will, right? But we're not going to give him any more damn weapons. We're not going to give him any of that shit, right? We need to claw, we need to claw it all back, right? And if he lost it, then he will be lost. If you get my drift. But yeah, that's key, man. Because some of that stuff, if we do need or go with different battery chemistries, right? Because the current lithium battery chemistry it's sort of overplayed. Right now it's the most feasible from a manufacturing standpoint. Like, hey, it's the best bang for our buck to hold enough charge under its mass, but it's still too heavy, and it still doesn't hold enough of a charge. But some of the other batteries that are out there, I think they're looking at going to a graph. There's also some sodium, although that's been out there for a while. So there's some weird battery chemistries that are out there that haven't really proven. But there's, again, I'm still worried about the rare earth mineral stuff because there's so little of it, and it's really only concentrated in a couple areas. So Ukraine was one of them. Oh yeah, I think we're also going to secure some uranium. That's actually, you guys, that's like the biggest. It is underpriced. I think it's totally but it's like the biggest sleeper pick from a commodity standpoint. If we can ever get past the EPA regulations, if you're asking me, I think Trump long term is going to do that. I mean, the world kind of needs it, but if we can, have multiple buckets for energy power, for power generation, nuclear has to be part of that, right? And the nuclear power plants that we built are like 50 plus years old. So the technology has come up, but no one's really built any new reactors in decades. So some of the regulations are like way overkill. Obviously the reactor part that's never been to, but the EPA has these weird like air quality. It doesn't make any sense, right? Like it's so safe, but yeah, they just want to pretend. Obviously a meltdown but the regulations that they have are not addressing that. So, but if we need to get that. That needs to be part of it, right? Especially if we don't want to. But even coal generation, right? Like there's new technologies for power plants. We haven't built any new coal power plants in a while. I say we need to build new ones because we're going to have to build them anyway. And the technology that we have, they burn like so much cleaner. And even the old ones, to some degree, can be retrofitted. I think they have these, like they call them scrubbers. And they work pretty good, but again, they cost a lot of money and it takes a long time, right? Plus, you got to deactivate and then build it, right? So it's almost like you got to build a new one and then the old one, then you retrofit it, right? But some of these old ones are so old. Like, we probably should just level them, right? So I think we need to build new coal power plants, replace some of our infrastructure for those. While we're doing that, maybe in parallel, build some of these some new nuclear reactors. There's still exotic power generation. If cold fusion can ever come to, right, it's theoretically possible. We just can't build it to scale, so that's really what it is, right? The technology's there, it's just, but anyway. I think this is, one more little piece of the puzzle. So we need to kind of take it as a win. Again, Trump taking a potential losing situation, and we're coming out ahead, right? He had no cards to play. That's why he had a little pissy fit in the White House. And imagine if Mr. Sleepy Joe was there. I mean, he probably would have stole money, right? So Trump's like, get out of here, right? You're disrespecting our country. Hey, when you grow up, come back when you're ready, right? So the guy found, now again, right? 2 weeks later, he takes a, oh, that's actually funny. So, one of my emails, like, they said something about one of the freeways, I-75, they're going to close it down for joint sealing. And I was like, yeah, dude, we got to seal that joint. You want some? It's been like 20 plus years since I even, like, hit that shit, dude. So I'd probably, like, with one hit, I'd probably be out for, like, 2 days. Although at this point, guys, that's one thing, guys. And this is almost more for me, so I apologize if this is more directed at me, but I don't know, I get so wound up, I get so much stress, and I'm just like, go, 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 go. Like, you guys see me, I can't stand still. Like, I used to be a lot worse. A lot worse. Like I said, I'm 51 and I still have this much energy, but I sometimes have energy and I still feel tired. But what I'm getting at is, like, the last couple of days, my neck has been just, so it's like tight as hell, right? But I woke up today and I wear a bite guard at night because, like, ever since 2009 or 10, like, my dentist was saying, like, oh, you must be grinding your teeth. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, oh, you must be doing it in your sleep. So subconsciously, I must have so much stress that when I go to bed, because not my teeth, but my jaw, like right here, like this entire, like even down here, like here, like it feels like I have like TMJ, like this. It's like I had like those big, remember those big, they're like hard as hell, like those gum. Oh, what are they, like atomic? I don't remember. Can you guys put it down in below? I don't know. I think maybe you have to be Gen X or maybe Baby Boomer to remember. I don't know if they still, I don't know if they still have them. But it feels like I had, like I was just, like it, oh my, it's like the entire jaw, guys. It's just, so that's just, that, I know I have way too much stress. Like that's, like I'm literally, it's bound. It's in my neck and in my jaw. I'm surprised I got like 7.5 hours of sleep. And now I only woke up twice last night. So, but I'm still tired. But anyway, that's just to say, right, try to calm, again, it's probably more for me, okay? But I still think that's still important, right? Because, like I said, I don't know. I have a hard time calming down. I have a hard time relaxing, like, completely. Like, I can be chill, right? But I don't know, man. I always feel like I need to be doing something. And then, heaven forbid, I don't. And then it's like, and then when because the problem is like, even when I finally go, okay, fine, relax. Like, I feel like I can just relax for like 2 months. Like, just. Like I think I need that much time. Like, ironically, I had like 4 weeks off at Christmas time. Like I'm already wrecked. So with that, I think I kind of want to pretty much wrap up the video here. 20 minutes, so I kind of went on. But that was more like a health thing, guys. Like, you know, as much as like we're trying to keep up with the news, and I do market things here, and I kind of tell you what's going on with America, right? Like that, you know, all these they're trying to tell you all this shit so you don't feel, you feel bad about everything, right? But there's good stuff happening for America. I know it's hard, guys. Trust me. Every day, Raymond talks about it on his channel. And that's more than just America, right? It's hard to be positive. I get it, guys. Like, it's like, why am I doing anything, right? But sometimes I kind of remember, like my dad, or just, right, the people that came behind us, right? We, even if it does, like, all this stuff, it doesn't matter what we do, right? We owe it to the past. We owe it to the people that made all that sacrifice, worked hard, right? Who cares if Gen Z hates America or their privilege? I don't care, right? If we all start giving, right? That's why I kind of don't like, oh, just enjoy the decline, because how can you? Like, I kind of get at a high level, right? But if we all just sit back and sit on our ass, well, then there'll be no good time for no one, right? So I don't know. Anyway, with that said, right, guys, that's kind of a hard balancing act, right? But I do it because I love the country, right? And again, my dad almost didn't make it back from the Korean War. And again, that's my, right? That's not on you guys, right? I set the bar extremely high for me because I know a man that did that, right? I mean, right? He didn't have to do it either, right? And that's why I call the history, right? That's the people that blazed the trail, right? And it doesn't have to be America, to be honest with you, right? It can just be how humanity was, right? We owe it. And it ain't easy. So what is in here? The other thing was, I got this Amazon thing. So let's just, I don't know if there's anything. Oh, sorry, guys. Hey, yeah, that's right. I ordered my new tracks. Yeah, all right. So I got my oil. Where's the damn? Oh, this is an oil filter. Yeah, all right. An air filter. We're gonna need one of those. All right. Oh, we got a CD. See, look, I like buying hard CDs. I still have all mine. I'm never giving them up. Oh, hey, if you guys have a hard time following it, I didn't notice it. This ain't a Spade sponsor, although it should be. It's called Night. Yeah. It's Night Rest, and it has melatonin. So it's like a melatonin supplement. But it has this stuff called GABA. But it helps. I take 3 pills. I think they recommend 2. I'm older now, so yeah, okay, maybe my body can't naturally make melatonin anymore. They claim that, but you can't. I'm trying to remember. There was a supplement guy that kind of said, "Hey, you can actually technically take a whole bunch until you." I don't know. We'll figure that out. What the hell is this other thing in here? What the hell is this? Yeah, I know. You can end the video, guys. I'm just. This is like extra credit. I'm trying to figure out what the. Oh, I know what these are. Yeah. All right. Anyway, here's extra credit. I don't know. Maybe I should make a separate channel, or I don't know, or different videos. So, I don't know if it'll come up in the. It's hard to see it, but so what these are? They're like little relays. But they're test relays, so it has a little switch, right? So you can test relays to see if you, right? You can take the relay, like, well, I'm not sure about this relay, right? You can take it out, right? And then you can turn it on and off and make sure, because then they'll tell you then, oh, okay, because if it's not working with your relay in there, you take it out, you put this in, and you turn it on, right? And it works, then you know you got a bad relay, right? So. It comes in different size, like all these different shapes, and so a whole bunch of 1, 2, One. Yeah, we got 4. We got 6. And I think this was like $15. Like, and that's why I bought it. Again, I wrench on cars. It's kind of like what I want to do as like a side gig, but I don't have any clients yet. And it might be hard, to be honest, like, because I think technically if you're supposed to have a repair shop, you got to be bonded and, right? So then I would be like, hey, all right, I'll do the work for you, but I'm more like a handyman, right? Like, I don't guarantee the work, right? And like, I don't know. I don't know if I need to have like disclaimer for, I don't know. So the thought is to only do work on cars that are like people that I know, you know, maybe my neighbors or, you know, like some of my friends, because I do work. And they all know I work on my car, and so they know I'm not going to, I mean, I won't screw up their car, but I'd be like, hey, you know, this is the diagnosis, this is the part, I know it's bad. You know, I can go in there, I might find other stuff, but I'll let you know, that type of thing, but anyway, we don't have any customers. We don't have any customers yet, right? But hey, like I said, right, I might need to use it personally, so $15, you know. Oh, the tariffs! Although we might have hyperinflation, you never know. So anyway, with that said, guys, I can't close the damn box. You guys just need to go, right? I get it. I only wanted this to be 15 minutes, and it kind of went over, and I took extra credit. So, did I fail again? Not really. It's less than 30 minutes, so it's a win. Okay, can we find the stop button again? There it is. Bye!